All right, hi everybody. We're back with Spirit of America field rep Chrissy Burbach in Afghanistan. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
Hey, Chrissy, can you tell us where in Afghanistan you are right now?
Sure. I have a little map here. So I'm actually in Kandahar right now, right outside the city of Kandahar in Kandahar province.
Okay.
I don't know if you can kind of see that. Yeah.
Yep.
Before that, I was up here in Shawalikot district, and then even before that, I was here up in Nili, which is in the Daikundi province.
Awesome. Okay. Well, can you talk a little bit about the projects that you were doing in Nili?
Sure. There was one that we worked on, which was a school well.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went up there with the female engagement team, and we had set up some meetings with local women in the community. And one of them was Aliyah. She is the principal of the robot school.
Okay.
Now, last year it just expanded to become a high school. So it incorporates boys and girls from first grade through 12th grade. And several hundred students attend regularly. And it also goes all year round. They hold the classes all year round.
Oh,
so
wow.
she kept reiterating the problem that the well was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the kids were doing before was they were going a couple hundred meters away to use another well, but that's a little difficult when you have to carry these huge buckets of heavy water back to school. And also it was creating some tension because the nearby residents didn't like the kids using the other well.
Right.
It's kind of similar to a bunch of kids traipsing through your backyard several times a day. It kind of created some problems. So with Spirit of America funds, we were able to go ahead and have a contractor fix that well within a couple of days. And then we also purchased at the local bazaar a 1,000-liter tank so that they wouldn't have to pump every day. They could fill that with water and store it up. So when we went back to check on it, they actually had attached like this pipe to the spout with several holes. So that way when they pump, they can put several buckets underneath at one time, and that way they pump the water a lot more efficiently. And it's good that they have it now as the summer temperature is really heating up. They've got a water source nearby.
That's great. How hot does it get in Afghanistan in the summer?
It gets up into the hundreds. I believe the other day someone was telling me it was 111 here at CAF, so it gets pretty toasty.
Okay. And that's, considering that under the Taliban rule, there was very little education, and education for girls was almost non-existent. Having a school where there's both boys and girls is pretty impressive. So that's a really great project. We're excited that that's going well. And then I believe that you were also doing a project about solar panels for the Daikundi Women's Center as well. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. We had also met with a woman named Roshan, and so she's in charge of this council for women. And basically it's just an organization that empowers girls and women to basically get more involved in community development and to develop marketable skills. Okay. So they offer classes like literacy training, carpet weaving, and tailoring. Now, it's actually Roshan's daughter who teaches these computer classes. Her name is Fatima, and she usually teaches girls ages 15 to 20. So even though education is promoted and they go to high school, a lot of them have never really used a computer before. The resources aren't available, so they don't even know how to type or turn a computer on and off. So she teaches these classes for 90 minutes a day, 6 days a week, for 6 months out of the year.
Okay.
Now, these computers, they have 6 laptops that were given to them by USAID. And Roshan has a generator, but unfortunately it's not a very sustainable power source because it requires maintenance and refueling on a regular basis. So we were able to purchase a couple of solar panels at the bazaar for her, which is great. So that way it basically just sustains on its own, requires very little upkeep. So we had an Afghan security guard who everyone calls Smiley. He was able to install everything at her home, and that's where all the classes are taught. So the panels are attached to a battery. It takes about a day to charge. So we did that one day, came back the next afternoon, and everything was plugged in, charging, working normally. And it's great because now these women can learn, some really great valuable skills, become more employable, or continue their education in the university.
That's fantastic. And, having renewable energy is something that we're working with in the United States. So having it also in Afghanistan is a really kind of forward-thinking process. So that's wonderful. And again, having these things for women is super important. They're the backbone of a lot of communities. And that's, again, it's something that's really different from when the Taliban was in charge, where women basically weren't even allowed to leave their homes. So this is all really exciting, and we're really, really excited about where everything is going on that. So, I think that's it for right now. Is there anything else that we should know about? Any new projects on the horizon, or are we kind of keeping that close to the belt for right now?
Yeah, I've got a couple things that I'm working on, but
Okay.
I'll let everyone know later on as the projects progress.
Wonderful.
In the next couple weeks.
Okay, and we will be talking to Chrissy again in 2 weeks, so hopefully we can get a little bit more details then. I will also be putting in the information underneath the video, links to her blog about the solar panels that she was just discussing. So if you want more information on that, we'll have that information for you. And thanks again, Chrissy, for talking to us. Stay safe, and we will talk to you soon.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Hi.